Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network, also known as the Protect Sports Network. It's your boy Tone, aka Tack, and I am back with another video. If I get to word of God, if I got to right now, God's open doors and paving way for all you wonderful people. In Jesus' almighty name, we pray, amen. Today's video, I want to bring you guys another one, man. This one is a kind of a much more in-depth video in my true 1000% unfiltered thoughts of the trade deadline aftermath if we did trade Chase Young and Montez away for a respective second-round pick and compares to a third-round pick that the 49ers are going to receive for the loss of D'Amico Ryans. So we're going to talk about it today in much more depth detail. And why did these moves have to be made? I know a lot of people are really disappointed about the Chase Young trade and are very pissed off about it. Rightfully so if you're mad about it. To me, I really don't give a F you, you know what. I don't give a crap. I'll explain how I feel. So get right to today's video. So I'm going to go know about the trade details. What's about the trade details number one? Let's get to the aftermath. What does this mean for the Commanders? What does it mean for Montez and Chase? And what does it mean for Ron Rivera? So this is some tweets from a post from Zach Selby on X to talk about the actual trades that were made yesterday. As I'm recording this, on Wednesday, so we drop it on Thursday. Ron Rivera addressing the media on the trades of Chase Young and Montez Sweat said what the Commanders receive allowed them to build a roster and change things and change a bit how they structured things. We look forward to what the young guys can do. This is all, kind of cliches, politically correct answers here. Also, Rivera said that the process towards the trade started about 10 days ago. Ooh. So Rivera was kind of in this a little bit. Interesting. A lot of gathering information and what the plan should be in terms of decisions being made. Reached out to Josh Harris about what could happen, like the ideas that were presented to him. Rivera said to the message to the players that it's difficult to say goodbye to teammates, but it's part of the business aspect of the game. Okay, so that's kind of Ron Rivera's reaction to the actual trade news that was kind of went down. Apparently, he was in it along with the ownership group. The ownership group had a huge hand in it, though. Do not get it twisted, man. Ron Rivera ain't making no damn decisions around here no more. Excuse my French. He's not making any decisions in here no more. It is the ownership group, but they're asking Ron Rivera for approval. That's basically how it's going. From what I've heard. Hey, we want to trade Montez and Chase. You cool with it? All right, cool. And what's Rivera gonna say? No, come on now. So that's probably how that dialogue went. If I just kind of plug my ear in, I guess, eavesdropping a little bit. Not literally eavesdropping, but kind of making inferences. So that's how I think that went down, right? Now, so they're both gone now. No more Montez, no more Chase. They're not picking who to trade. Both of them are gone. It is what it is, right? So what's next for Montez Sweat? He goes to the Bears. He has 9 games to probably get an extension with Chicago. If Chicago chooses not to give him an extension, which I think that would be absolutely stupid, then he'll go in the open market. My fault, y'all. I heard my cat. Give me a second. On the trades, it wasn't me. So yeah, about to test. So if he'll go on the open market. I know people say, well, if he goes to Washington, it's not. I gotta let that one go. Once he got traded, he got traded. Now it's a small possibility that if they don't find other edge rushers in the market, which I'll talk about later on in the video, that aren't better than Montez Sweat, and Montez Sweat still doesn't have an extension yet with the Bears, and he might call it. He might call his agent, say, hey, look, man, I know we traded you away, but saying you're on the open market, the Bears didn't give you an extension yet. Hey, man, this is my offer. If they take it, he's back. He's back a Commander all over again, right? But I highly doubt that happens. So we got to really think about a Montez Sweat on that one. But nonetheless, the same thing got with Chase. I think it's more likely with Chase that he doesn't get a long-term extension than Montez. But let's get to Chase real quick. So that's how that would go for Montez. Let's get to Chase. Chase on a rental. The whole 49ers thing, it's a complete rental. They're not paying him. They're not paying him. You got to pay other people. Purdy will be going to year 3 next year, I believe. So I think, yeah, with my fault. So my fault. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, yeah. So it's a complete runner with Chase Young, right? And with Chase, I do believe that he's going to get top half of the league money, or actually top level edge rusher money because of his age. He's in his prime. He's trying to play well now, and they see a lot of a ceiling and a lot of potential with Chase Young, right? So how it's going to go for him is if he balls out, plays well in these 9 games, plays well in the postseason, uh, doesn't take plays off, doesn't get lazy, none of that foolishness he did in Washington. Then when he comes to the free agent market, someone's going to pay him. Someone's going to pay him. It will not be the Commanders. They want to get rid of him so fast, so quick and fast in a hurry. They didn't want Chase here, so they won't even think about Chase Young. Next free agent market, even if he is available, they won't even think about Chase Young. And there's a chance that the 49ers might extend him, but very, very high unlikely in my opinion. So that's what it means for the edge rushers. Both of them get a chance to prove why they are who they are without the 2 defensive tackles, without each other, and then they will go to the free agent market and try to get their deals either with their current teams or elsewhere. That's how things are going to go. There's a chance that Montez could be back here. They really want to trade him, to be honest, anyway. So it could be a chance that the Bears are stupid and do not give him any chance like they did with Chase Claypool last year. That there's a very, very small chance that Montez will be back here. As for Chase Young, there's no chance. I'm going to say 0.0 is no way in hell he's coming back to Washington. He didn't want to be here. They didn't want him. It was a complete breakup and complete, let's say, divorce on that. Now, what does it mean for the Commanders, right? For the Washington Commanders. Now, they have $90 million in cap space. They have a first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and 2 third-round picks. And I don't think they're done yet. Logan Thomas could be on the move this offseason. Another guy, Charles Leno, could be on the move this offseason. A lot of people, that if you're 30 and up on this roster, keep an eye on your job because you might not have it for long. They about to go straight young. They might pick up a veteran or 2. They might keep a veteran or 2 on this roster. They might keep a Logan Thomas. Charles Leno's out the door. His cap is about $12 million. Then you save like 8.5 by cutting him. I think they're going to just cut Charles Leno. It might not look for a trade market for him for a little bit. I think they'll end up just cutting Charles Leno. They might trade a Logan Thomas if someone can give him a 5th-round pick for him or something, or maybe a 6th-rounder or something like that. They can move Logan Thomas for. Guys like Antonio Gibson not resigning here. I don't think Curtis Samuel will resign here, but possibility, maybe not. Cameron Crowe's going to get an extension here. I really believe that they're looking to extend him, so they're clearly going to keep him around, right? So they're trying to keep him around. They might give him top half of this league safety money, or even top 10 safety money, depending on how they want to do it, right? So Cameron Crowe's a guy they're going to keep here. Point blank period. Excuse me. Curtis Samuel's a guy they might not keep. Logan Thomas, a guy I think they're going to trade away. Charles Leno, they're going to cut. Andrew Wiley, they might try to move him to guard. If it doesn't work, they'll cut him. Or they might just cut him and eat whatever the dead money is and save whatever they can save. So I think those are kind of some cut candidates going into the free agency period. And then how will free agency go? It depends on how they structure this front office. But it's some targets for you guys, right? Especially edge rusher. I'll give you some edge rush targets. Also, they might look for another wide receiver because De'Ami Brown hasn't worked out. Jamison Crowder is a nice story, but he's more of a depth receiver at this juncture of his career. I don't think he's a full-time slot receiver. They might be looking for a guy. I think Hunter Renfrow is a guy that they could possibly target in free agency if they can't get nothing done with Curtis Samuel. I think Curtis Samuel will be the first guy they're going to look at because he's already been an incumbent. He's already here. He already know what he can do. The ownership is already watching for 17 games. They know what he can bring to the table, right? But the front office does not want him, and they prefer another guy. I think the first guy they would prefer is Hunter Renfrow, soon to be former Las Vegas Raider. So that's the guy I think they'll be looking at in free agency at the wide receiver position is Hunter Renfrow. Now, for edge rusher, Brian Burns, Danielle Hunter, obviously. This is why they traded Montez Sweat and Chase Young. They know Danielle Hunter's not going back to the Vikings. They know Brian Burns isn't getting re-signed by the Carolina Panthers. They know these things. Now, Brian Burns can get the franchise tag, but are they willing to pay Brian Burns $23.5 million on the franchise tag? 22.5, something like that. It's around those two numbers between 22.5 and 23.5. No. Hell no. Hell no. If they want to give him the franchise tag, they're going to give him an extension. And they had not even talked about extensions, I don't think, with Brian Burns yet. So I think he's hitting the market. I'm almost certain Danielle Hunter is hitting the market. And unlike Chase Young and Montez Sweat, no offense, you're not game wreckers, dude. That guy, Danielle Hunter, is a game wrecker. I know he's 29 going on 30. I get that. But he is still a game wrecker. You can give him on a 2-3-year deal, maybe 18, 19 per. Let him go crazy for 2 years. The third year kind of is, a lot of his money already paid for him. Wipe your hands with him, right? You could draft the edge rusher. So you can go with Danielle Hunter, draft the edge rusher. Or they want to switch to a 3-4. It's another thing. What if they bring a coach? Let's just say they keep Eric Bieniemy, right? Let's just say they do that. Or they hire Ben Johnson. But the defensive coordinator they bring in is a 3-4 defensive coordinator. Chase Young and Montez Sweat don't fit a 3-4. So they had to get rid of him anyway, and they were going to walk anyway. So now I think Danielle Hunter and a guy like Brian Burns fits a 3-4. So you can bring one of those two guys in, then draft another edge rusher and go from there. But if they go back to the 4-3, which is fine. I don't mind 4-3. I don't mind 3-4. Because most of the time you're in nickel anyway, 70% of the time anyway, because it's a passing league anyway. So 65% of the time you're in a non-base defense anyway. But nonetheless, I do believe a guy like Danielle Hunter and Brian Burns could be available. I think both of them will be available for either trade via a franchise tag or on the open market as free agents. So those guys are available. You also can draft an edge rusher or two. So you have multiple options to get edge rushers in here. As for left tackle, I think they're going to draft one. I strictly just draft one. Now for right tackle, I think they can go ahead and get one in free agency. I have no problem with that. Get a speedy back in the draft. I think that will help out the running back room a little bit. And get a tight end one in here. I think their first pick, honestly, if it's not left tackle, should be Brent Browers out of Georgia. That dog, that boy is a dog. Brock, big Brock, man. That boy 19, boy. Whoo, he hit different. I like him. So I think it should be him on left tackle. I think we're going to pick in the top 10. I think we're going to go 6 and 11. We're going to pick in the top 10. We're going to get a guy like that. Then I think in the second round, you got 2 second-round picks. You can re-attack the offensive line. You can attack edge. You can start doing that there. Get that running back in the 4th round, that speedy 4-3 guy who got breakaway speed. They got a little agile to him in the 3rd, 4th round. If you want a wide receiver for more depth, you can do that later in the draft. I think they might even keep a guy like Dax Milne on the back end of the roster. So it's many things you can do. So that's pretty much what's next for the Washington Commanders. They're going to play this season out. They're going to hire their front office. They want Eric Bieniemy here. Eric Bieniemy will be the head coach. If they do not want Eric Bieniemy, I think the first candidate they're calling is Ben Johnson from the Detroit Lions. I think we're a lot more attractive of a job than a Las Vegas Raiders job. I think another thing you can do, and this is spicy. I'm going to end the video with this. Now, what do you think about trading a 2025 first-round pick and a 2026 second-round pick for Devontae Adams? That will do it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe. Be easy, be safe, stay healthy. And I'll catch you on the next one. Until next time.